About 50 people, including Mi'kmaq fishers, community leaders, and supporters, gathered at the Department of Fisheries and Oceans Regional Office in Dartmouth, Nova Scotia, to peacefully protest against the actions of fisheries officers. Two Mi'kmaq fishermen, Blaise Siliboy of the Eskazoni First Nation and Kevin Hartling of the Membertou First Nation, say the officers left them with no phones and no shoes in the middle of the night at a gas station in Shelburne, Nova Scotia, about 200 kilometers southeast of Halifax.
Yes, we told them that we were not from the area. We were from Cape Breton, and we had no way to contact anyone without our phones. I even asked them if they could supervise me while I looked through my contacts on my phone so I could get a hold of someone, and they refused to do that as well.
Elvers can sell for up to $5,000 a kilogram. However, last month, DFO canceled the elver fishery, citing a need to conserve the species and because of safety reasons. Hartling and Siliboy say on March 26, just before midnight, they were arrested by fisheries officers for unauthorized elver fishing. They seized their gear, including their cell phones and wading boots.
I even told him, you can cut the boots and just give me the boots. I'll wear them. And he was like, no, if I do that, I can't. That'll be there'll be no investigation. I say, yeah, I understand, but right now I have no shoes, man.
According to the two Mi'kmaq fishermen, fisheries officers drove them to the Irving gas station in Shelburne, Nova Scotia. Siliboy was shocked they were left wearing their socks with no footwear.
I told him, you're really gonna leave me here with no shoes at the Irving station? He said, you know the consequences, man. He said that's your fault. And I was just like, man, why would you leave somebody like that?
Hartling and Siliboy say they started walking with cardboard and plastic wrapped around their feet, donated by the clerk at the gas station. It was about 7 degrees Celsius with drizzle and fog.
I couldn't wait outside the Irving station. If I waited outside the Irving station, I could have frozen it. It was cold out.
Along the highway, the fishers say they came across a clothing bin. They helped themselves and wrapped their feet with clothes. After walking a few more hours, a car picked them up and drove them back to Shelburne. Siliboy called for help. Hartling says the experience was terrible.
People even put shoes on their dogs in the wintertime for they don't get salt and shit in their feet. We didn't even have that.
A statement from the Minister of Fisheries, Diane Laboutier's office, confirms 2 people were arrested and released in Shelburne County on March 26, and we are taking the situation extremely seriously. DFO has launched an investigation into it and is also in touch with community leadership. As this matter is under an investigation, it would be inappropriate to comment further at this time. Chief Bob Glode of the Millbrook First Nation was at the protest. He said the officers' actions were unacceptable.
Well, the first thing we were looking for is for those individuals who are responsible to immediately be fired from DFO and be held accountable for their actions. The next thing we need to do is continue to emphasize to DFO that our rights supersede the DFO regulations and rules and regulations in regards to how they manage the fisheries.
The Mi'kmaq fishers and supporters made their way to the location where Prime Minister Justin Trudeau was holding a press conference and made sure they were heard. Trudeau was asked how his government would be accountable.
I think the first step is making sure there's a full investigation into what happened. And then as the facts are made clear, there will need to be consequences and responses.
Angel Moore, APTN National News, Jabuktuk, also called Halifax.